Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2017. 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns. Viksit Bharat at 2047 in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are celebrating and commemorating various events. Today is very auspicious day as we are celebrating one of the world's largest festival and have a lot of significance. That is Makar Sankranti. And also today marks the beginning of Mahakumbh, which is also a significant event that is occurring after 140 plus years. So this is a one-time opportunity, in fact, for every citizen in the world, for every human being in the world to come and embrace the largest celebration on the planet. If you are unable to visit physically, at least take part in absence and seek the blessings of Almighty. So let's begin with our today's commemorations. Today we are celebrating one of the largest festival in the world, which is also a very significant festival, which is none other than Sankranti festival, which is also known as Kites Festival, Food Festival, Farmers Festival, Animal Festival, Cattle Festival, and so on. So this festival is basically celebrated for 4 days. The first day being Bogi, the second day, the main festival being Makar Sankranti, and the third day being Kanuma, and the fourth day being Mukkanuma. So the first day, today, it marks the beginning of the festival. Bogi is the first day of the 4-day Sankranti festival. It falls on the last day of Agayana or Margasira, that is Dhanurmasa, the month of Hindu solar calendar, which is 13 January by the Gregorian calendar. It is a day before Makar Sankranti celebrated. widely across the world, especially by the Indians and Indian diaspora. And especially you can see the festival is celebrated with pomp and glory in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and even many states and other countries. On Bogi, people discard old and derelict things and concentrate on new things, causing change or transformation. At dawn, people light bonfires with logs of wood, other solid fuels, and wooden furniture at home that are no longer useful. This marks the end of year's accounts and the beginning of new accounts. On the first day of harvest, on the following day, Lord Indra and Lord Surya is worshipped during the Pongal festival for the blessings of rains and for the light and energy. There is also tradition followed by different regions. Under different names, this festival is celebrated, and especially in Tamil Nadu, there is a tradition of Kapkattu, a tradition of tying leaves of Azarcha indica, that is Senna auriculata, Aeralancha, the roofs of houses and residence areas, is practiced in Konganadu, that is in Tamil Nadu. In Maharashtra, people eat roti made of bajra sprinkled with til and mixed vegetable gravy, which includes palak, carrots, peas, green chana, papdi, and so on. Today, this festival occurs, which is Makar Sankranti, also referred as Capricorn Festival or Uttarayana, usually falls on the date of 14 January, or if it is a leap year, it falls on 15th January. So this occasion marks the transition of the sun from zodiac of Sagittarius, Danu to Capricorn, Makara, since the sun has made its transition, which coincides with moving from sun to north. This festival is dedicated to the solar deity, Surya, and is observed to mark a new beginning. Many multi-day festivals are organized in this occasion all over the India and in other countries. Like we have mentioned, the festival of Makar Sankranti, which is a 4 day festival, is celebrated by various names in various regions and countries like Sankranti or Pedda Panduga in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Kichari in Bhojpuri region, Magu Bihu in Assam, Magi Saji in Himachal Pradesh, Makara Vilak in Kerala, Makara Sankranti in Karnataka, Magi Sangran in Punjab, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Magi Sangran or Uttarayan in Jammu, Sakrat in Haryana, Sakrat in Rajasthan, Sukrat in central India, Uttarayana in Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh, Guguti in Uttarakhand, Dahi Chura in Bihar, Makar Sankranti in Odisha, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Goa, West Bengal, also called as Paush Sankranti or Mokar Sankranti, Uttar Pradesh, also called as Khichdi Sankranti, Uttarakhand, also called as Uttarayan or simply Mage Sankranti, in Nepal, and Songkran in Thailand, Tingyan in Myanmar, Mohan Songkran in Cambodia, Til Sankrat in Mithilia, and Shishur Sankrant in Kashmir, and so on. So this festival is celebrated across the world, which is basically a harvest festival and also a celebration of the winter solstice. So in different regions, it is celebrated with a slightly different name, and we will see how it is celebrated in detail tomorrow. As today we are celebrating Bogi, so tomorrow we will just look into much more details of the entire celebrations. So today we are also commemorating the start of 45-day festival, which is the world's largest festival, which is the world's largest spiritual gathering, which is the world's largest religious gathering, which is none other than Mahakumbh Mela. So the Mahakumbh Mela, the festival of the sacred pitcher, is anchored in Hindu mythology. In fact, mythology is not correct word, but it is used as an synonymously. So Hindu cultures and tradition, even Hindu ancient scripts, which is the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith. This congregation primarily includes ascetics, saints, sadhus, sadhvis, kalpavasis, and pilgrims from all walks of life across the world. Already we have seen that more than 35 to 50 lakh people have already taken bath today on the first day itself. And we have seen people from across different countries, foreigners came and also took bath, and they are waiting. Many are about to arrive in coming days. We have seen the famous personalities and like the famous, the world topmost billionaires are also planning to come across with the politicians and famous celebrities. All are going to be part of this Mahakumbh Mela because this comes once in 144 years. That means on an average, we live up to 60 to 80 years or maximum 100 years and rarely beyond. So you will not get an opportunity in your lifetime. So this is a truly once in a lifetime opportunity. If you want to be part of this, you can only be part either in your presence or absence, physically or virtually. So this is wonderful opportunity. If you are unable to go directly, you can help someone to go there and seek the blessings. Even, this is a great opportunity where you can take part, even virtually also, or support them if you are not in a position to go there physically. Support them, sponsor someone who is going, who is planning, make arrangements for them. Find out, or especially the PS people or who really want to go there, or anyone as such, pilgrimage. Often it is mentioned in the scriptures that generally when pilgrimage is conducted or undertaken, we take some people along with us. It is not always advisable to go alone. You need to always take some devotees or some ascetics or guru sadhus or whoever is possible, at least some common people with you, along with you, so that they also get the Lord's grace, the Almighty grace, through which you and your family is also getting blessed. So this once in a kind of opportunity, everyone, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their belief, irrespective of their faith, let's take an opportunity to be part of this, either physically or virtually, either by contributing directly or indirectly. The most important aspect of participation is not to cause any inconvenience, harm, injury, directly or indirectly to anyone. Often we see, people throng to religious places and are very much eager, pushing others, pulling others, or trying to use their influence to get in all other ways to reach out. Actually, this is not the correct way, because everyone is deserved. Everyone has been blessed enough to reach the Almighty. So you need to be patient, because once reaching the holy place or religious place, if you are again engaging in all kinds of unwanted things, like maybe in other word, a kind of corruption or an influence, to go there again, you are going away from the Lord. Maybe you will have darshan, maybe you will have, view of God or Almighty, irrespective of any religion. It can be in church, it can be in mosque, or it can be in a temple, or wherever, maybe, or Gurudwara, or a Buddhist temple, or doesn't matter. But if you are using your influence to get an undue advantage, then that is where your benefits will go, because you are taking undue advantage. Instead, you contribute. If you are able to feed, do annadanam, or prepare or donate some food offerings, or if you are able to contribute in a much more larger context, donate some infrastructure or contribute to infrastructure, or if you are able to sponsor some devotees who are planning to go there, you pay for their expenses so that they will go and come if they are unable to afford. Or even if they are able to afford, I mean, especially the poor people or lower middle class or middle class people, those who are, uh, devotees and they are not able to make it, it's always advisable to sponsor them or fund them so that they can go and come. The same way, you can have a wonderful service part of the contribution. Or you, if possible, you can go there directly. Or in the worst case, if you are even unable to go, you can get, you can sponsor a devotee or some devotees and ask them to pray for you when they go there and get some holy water from there and, you know, take sprinkle bath in your home and at your, you can sprinkle that holy water at your homes and business workplaces. So this is the least thing you can do. That is the last thing. But still there are a couple of days where you can, still think of going there. But again, as I'm saying, there are numerous ways where you can be part of these celebrations. Or whatever you keep sharing, you keep contributing as a volunteer, because it's a huge gathering, the largest gathering on the planet. So no matter how much services are provided, still there will be need of more services. So whatever best you can contribute, try to contribute. Even in providing information, if someone is planning to go there, just go through online website or go through app or find out if you have someone staying in Allahabad or Prayagraj. Try to find out some contacts where, you can get information. So I'm not telling you not to use your contacts or not to use influence. But I'm informing you, sharing you that you should not take undue advantage. See, getting information is something, but at the cost of others, you should not always go beyond, especially, when there is such a huge gathering. Often selfishness or greed often creates a chaos and it causes a lot of harm to others. Because crowd management, especially a large gathering, is one of the very important aspects. Some small mistake can cost a huge, can be a very costly in terms of lives and properties and so on. So that's why don't be too excited. Wait for your turn. Have patience, peace, harmony. It's either today or tomorrow. Nothing is going to be, nothing to hurry. All the arrangements are there. You can get free food or even for a very low price, you are getting quality food and all the facilities are there. Try to utilize and try to complete and leave the place also, unless and until you have any other rituals, because crowding there most of the time unnecessarily, because we need to give opportunity for others as well. That is also very important. Once you have utilized your opportunity, unless and until you have any other engagement there, or unless and until you plan to stay for the entire duration there, always try to visit, complete your rituals, and try to leave as early as possible. Because that helps to minimize the utilization of resources, and the existing resources can be utilized by others who are in need of that. That is also very much important. So the Kumbh Mela, the festival of sacred picture, is anchored in Hindu cultures and tradition. It is the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith. The congregation primarily includes ascetics, saints, sadhus, sadhvis, kalpavasis, and pilgrims from all walks of life. Kumbh Mela in Hinduism is a religious pilgrimage. And apart from that, it's the greatest spiritual pilgrimage, we can say. even if you do not belong to Hinduism, that is celebrated 4 times over a course of 12 years. The geographical location of Kumbh Mela spans over 4 locations in India, and the Mela site keeps rotating between one of the 4 pilgrimages on the 4 sacred rivers. These 4 places are one in Haridwar, Uttarakhand, on the banks of Ganges, and in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, in the banks of Shipra River, in Nashik, Maharashtra, on the banks of Godavari, in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, at the confluence of Ganges, Yamuna, and mythical invisible Saraswati River. So this is an event where you can discover yourself, you can discover India, and also discover Mahakumbh. As untruth leads us to the truth, darkness leads us to the light, death leads us to immortality. This is a time that all roads lead to Mahakumbh Mela. All ways lead to Mahakumbh Mela. So this is a time with patience, with peace, with harmony, to utilize this wonderful opportunity to visit, to pray, either in person or virtually, or directly or indirectly. So each site celebration is based on a distinct set of astrological positions of the sun, the moon, and the Jupiter. So how do we decide where to celebrate what and when to celebrate? That is decided by these astrological positions. The celebrations occur at the exact moment when these positions are fully occupied, as it is considered to be the holiest time in Hinduism. The Kumbh Mela is an event that intrinsically encapsulates the science of astronomy, astrology, spirituality, ritualistic traditions, and socio-cultural customs and practices, making it entirely rich in knowledge. Pilgrims to the Kumbh Mela come from all sections of religion, ranging from sadhus, saints, and naga sadhus who practice sadhana and keenly follow a strict path of spiritual discipline, to hermits who leave their seclusion and come to visit the civilization only during the Kumbh Mela, to seekers of spirituality, and the common people practicing Hinduism and all other religious faiths. During the Kumbh Mela, a number of ceremonies takes place. The traditional procession of akaras called Peshwa on elephant backs, horses, chariots, the shining swords, and the rituals of Nagasadhus during the Shahi Snan, and many other cultural activities that attract millions of pilgrims to attend the Kumbh Mela. So the Mahakumbh Mela, which is a sacred congregation that unfolds every 12 years, is more than a spectacular gathering of millions. It is a spiritual odyssey that dwells into very essence of human existence, rooted in ancient Hindu mythology. The Mahakumbh Mela holds a profound inner meaning, serving as a symbolic journey of self-realization, purification, and the eternal quest for spiritual enlightenment. At the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela lies a symbol steeped in cosmic significance. The Kumbh, or the sacred pot, the vessel laden with symbolism, transcends its physical form to embody the human body and the quest for spiritual awakening. According to Hindu scriptures, the Kumbh symbolizes the celestial pot that emerged during the churning of the cosmic Milky Ocean, containing the divine nectar known as Amrita. Metaphorically, the Mahakumbh represents the human form, and the nectar within symbolizes the spiritual essence intrinsic to every individual. The pilgrimage to the Mahakumbh Mela is therefore more on a physical journey. It is a symbolic exploration of the self, a recognition of the sacredness inherent in every being. The Kumbh Mela stands as a unique tapestry where threads of divine cultures, languages, and traditions seemingly intertwine. It is a testament to the principle of unity in diversity. Pilgrims, irrespective of their background, come together in a celebration of shared spirituality, fostering a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, and that transcends societal boundaries. In a world marked by divisions, the Kumbh Mela serves as a living embodiment of the idea that beyond our differences, there exists a common thread that binds humanity, a thread woven with a fabric of spiritual seeking. It is a confluence of souls, a gathering where the collective energy of millions resonates with the universal quest for truth and enlightenment. The Kumbh Mela is not only a religious congregation, a spiritual congregation, but also a vibrant cultural extravaganza. As pilgrims immerse themselves in rituals and prayers, the air becomes charged with the melody of traditional music, the vibrant hues of cultural performances, and the rhythm of sacred dances. The event becomes a living canvas that showcases the rich tapestry of India's cultural heritage. Traditional music, often infused with devotional lyrics, becomes a medium for spiritual expression. Artisans from different corners of the country and the world display their crafts, and the Mahakumbh Mela becomes a melting pot where cultural exchange flourishes. It is an opportunity for pilgrims to not only engage in religious and spiritual practices, but also to witness and participate in the living culture that defines the soul of the nation. In an era of globalization, the Mahakumbh Mela has evolved into global pilgrimage. Pilgrims and spiritual seekers from around the world make the journey to sacred grounds, transcending geographical and cultural religious boundaries. The Mahakumbh becomes a meeting point for diverse perspectives, creating an environment conducive to the exchange of ideas and the promotion of global harmony, spiritual harmony. The global participation in the Mahakumbh Mela underscores its universal appeal. It is a recognition that despite of the diversity of paths, there exists a shared yearning for the transcendent, a common thread that binds individuals on their respective spiritual journeys. The convergence of people from different nations adds a unique flavor to the event, turning it into a global celebration of spirituality. As we dwell into the profound inner meaning of Mahakumbh, it becomes evident that this gathering is not just a congregation, it's an inner journey. It's an exploration of self, a purification of the soul, and a celebration of our humanity, shared humanity. The Kumbh Mela goes beyond the physical rituals and ceremonies. It is on the inner pilgrimage where individuals, amidst of the vastness of the congregation, seek a personal connection with the divine. In the convergence of millions, may we find not just a collective of bodies, but a symphony of spirits, resonating with the external quest for truth and enlightenment. The Mahakumbh Mela is an embodiment of the timeless pursuit of a sacred, a journey that transcends the boundaries of time and space, welcoming to the spiritual tapestry of Mahakumbh Mela 2025, a pilgrimage of the soul that beckons to all who seek the divine within. The sacred tapestry of the Mahakumbh Mela, where millions congregate to partake in a spiritual spectacle, there exists a profound yet lesser known facet, Kalpavas. The spiritual sojourn within the vast expanse of the Mahakumbh Mela holds a unique significance, offering seekers to chance to dwell deeper into the realms of devotion, austerity, and the pursuit of spiritual awakening. As we unravel the layers of Kalpavas, we discover a journey that transcends the ordinary, inviting pilgrims to immerse themselves in a celestial realm of introspection and divine connection. The term Kalpavas derives its roots from the Sanskrit, where Kalpa signifies a cosmic ocean and was translates to dwelling or residence in the context of Mahakumbh Mela. Kalpavas represents a sacred retreat, a period of intense spiritual discipline, and a devoted dwelling in the pursuit of higher consciousness. It is a unique opportunity for pilgrims in practice that transcend the ordinary routines of daily life, fostering a deepened connection with the divine. The tradition of Kalpas finds its roots in ancient Hindu scriptures, where saints and ascetics embarked on prolonged periods of austerity living to attain spiritual powers. In the contrast of Mahakumbh Mela, Kalpavas unfolds as a dedicated retreat with the larger pilgrims provide an immersive experience for those seeking profound spiritual transformation. Kalpavas is not merely a physical retreat. It is a commitment to a set of rigorous rituals and disciplines that pave the way for spiritual evaluation. Those participating in Kalpavas dedicate themselves to a life of simplicity, austerity, and devout practices, reflecting the essence of traditional asceticism. Like austerity and ascetic, daily rituals and practices, Vedic yagnas and homas, scriptural studies, and satsangs. We will look into detail in coming days as the next 44 days, starting from today, daily we will have some time dedicated to this Mahakumbh Mela. In the vastness of the Mahakumbh Mela, where the multitude engage in various rituals and celebrations, Kalpa stands as a distinct spiritual retreat on intimate journey with the gown pilgrimage. It is a sacred space where seekers willingly embrace austerity, rituals, and devotion, forging a profound connection with the divine. Kalpas is not just a ritual, and it is an opportunity for participants to transcend the mundane, purify their beings, and attain a state of spiritual transcendence. As the rhythmic chants and sacred fires illuminates the banks of the holy rivers, Kalpas becomes a beacon of spiritual aspiration, inviting pilgrims to embark on a celestial journey within and in the quietude of devotion and the discipline of ascetic living. Participants discover the sublime beauty of the inner realms, a beauty that transcends and the temporal and connects with the eternal. Kalpavas within the expansive canvas of the Mahakumbh Mela becomes a sacred pilgrimage to the soul and odyssey into the realm of the divine. So this year, the major attractions of the Mahakumbh Mela, Prayagraj holds a sacred significance as the confluence point of Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati rivers, making it one of the pivotal destinations during the Mahakumbh Mela in 2025, which started today. The historic city in the state of Uttar Pradesh is a veritable treasure trove for Hindu pilgrims and spiritual seekers and history enthusiasts alike. It offers a rich tapestry of ancient temples, monuments, and various tourist attractions. At the heart of Prayagraj lies the river Triveni Sangam, where the three holy rivers meet, an absolute must visit for anyone attending the Mahakumbh Mela in 2025. However, Prayagraj has much more to offer, including temples. Explore the spiritual heritage of the Prayagraj by visiting temples like the Hanuman Mandir, Alopi Devi Mandir, Mankameshwar Temple, each steeped in history and religious significance. Visit historical landmarks, discover the Ashoka Pillar, an ancient edifice that stands as a testament to India's historical past, and explore its inscriptions and significance. Prayagraj boasts a wealth of colonial era buildings, with University of Allahabad building, Swaraj Bhavan being a notable example. This structure provides a glimpse into city's colonial history and architectural grandeur. Cultural heritage beyond the Mahakumbh Mela, Prayagraj's cultural heritage is on full display. Immerse yourself in the local culture, art, and cuisine as you traverse the bustling streets. Beyond the Mahakumbh Mela, Prayagraj's cultural heritage is on full display. Immerse yourself in the local culture, art, cuisine on as you traverse the bustling streets and markets. The city is also home to prestigious educational institutions, including the esteemed Allahabad University, which is considered as the oldest university. The Mahakumbh Mela in 2025 is a sacred pilgrimage and celebration of faith that draws millions of devotees and travelers from all corners of the globe. As you embark on this extraordinary journey, you'll discover a multitude of attractions that makes the Mahakumbh, a truly unique and awe-inspiring event. So we'll go into detail in coming days. So the most important days for the Kumbh Mela is today, Paush Purnima, occurring on the 15th day of Shukla Paksha, waxing phase in the Hindu calendar, month of Paush, heralds the arrival of the full moon. Today is Purnima, Paush Purnima. It serves as an official inauguration of the Mahakumbh Mela, signifying the commencement of this grand event. Additionally, Paush Purnima marks the initiation of Kalpavasa, a period of intense spiritual practice and devotion. And we have more auspicious days in coming days like 14 January, 29 January, 3rd February, 12th February, and 26th February 2025. In coming days, we'll see about other dates as well. We will move on quickly to other commemorations, considering the time available, and we will continue to explore the insights into Mahakumbh Mela for the next 45 days. Today, we are also commemorating National Fourth Graders Day in US. It is celebrated on the second Monday in January, which is this year it is January 13th. Fourth grade students are taking on more challenges in maths, reading, writing, social studies, science, as well as art, music, world language, and physical education. They work hard, yet still are guided by wonderful imagination. They really shine when they are in charge of their own learning and usually shimmer brightest when they are able to use their creativity along with their newly acquired skills. So let's celebrate the magic of being 9 or 10 and show the world the fourth graders can do. Fourth grade is a huge transitional stage for kids. Elementary school started getting promoted in the Mashards Bay Colony in 1647. Since then, students have been stepping their way up to their educational and social ladder. In fourth grade, academic expectations take a big leap, friendships become more genuine, and personalities start taking shape. There is also more emphasis on the writing in the fourth grade, along with learning different writing styles. Kids have to write longer assignments and learn to be more organized. So, an important aspect of fourth grade is to introduce kids to larger society, how to behave in social situations, owning their communication skills, while interacting with others, creating lasting friendships, and respecting those in authority, starting with teachers, building close relationships with their classmates and with their class teacher becomes more apparent. As children become more aware of their surroundings, the supportive and harmonious social environment encourages character development and personality growth in children to form what is essential, the extension of happy family. There is also commemorated as National Clean Your Desk Day in US, which takes place on the second Monday of January each year. When was the last time you cleaned your workspace? Did you know the average desk can be 100 times filthier than a kitchen table? Nasty, right? But there's more. Work desk is probably 400 times less hygienic than an average toilet seat. Hygienic surroundings keep us free from all kinds of diseases. A clean workspace unclutters and inspires, and scientific research says tidy desks make you more efficient. So take time today for some thorough decluttering and cleaning. Remember, a messy desk is an invitation to chaos. A clean desk, on the other hand, helps you focus, be more productive, and generally makes you feel good about your workspace, as does a laptop stand or some multifunction, multi-utility furniture. And when we say clean, we don't just mean physical clutter. That's correct. Your computer desktop counts too. Drag those files into a nice, neat folder. Today is also commemorated as National Gluten-Free Day in US. A sly protein hides in your kitchen, acting as a binding agent in many foods and beverages you consume on a daily basis. Many of us take it for granted, and you know nothing of its presence. while 2.5 million people in the US battle against it. Can you guess what it is? Gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley that those with a gluten intolerance spend their lives avoiding. That's why many people who are eating wheat nowadays, everyone is avoiding rice and eating wheat, rotis, chapatis, and all kinds of wheat related products. But often this the problem of burning sensation or acidic reactions or because of various other ill effects of consuming rotis is because of intolerance to the gluten. That's why, not every wheat, just don't simply consume. If you are eating chapatis and if you find any difficulty or if you have any health issues, after you start consuming wheat or wheat products, take doctor's advice and stop consuming. Otherwise, it will aggravate the existing problems and also create new problems. Today is also commemorated as National Peach Melba Day in the honor of famous opera singer Nelly Melba. This day invites everyone to try out amazing, refreshing dessert. While the original recipe is a dish made from peaches, raspberry sauce, and vanilla ice cream, multiple recipes change the ingredients to suit various tastes and create slightly different flavor combinations. Today is also commemorated as National Rubber Ducky Day in US. You make bath times lots of fun. Rubber ducky during the bath time. The friendly puppet isn't the only fan of the bath accessory. The country celebrates the toy on National Rubber Ducky Day on January 30th. This popular toy has seen a lot of variations in its history. First designed in 1800s when the rubber manufacturing began. The duck was then made out of plastic and vinyl during both world wars as rubber was scarce. The ducky toy was first patented in 1928 by the Landon Smart Lawrence. But the toy was a little heavier back then. He put a weight into it to make sure it would always stay upright. If you have ever out in the ocean, you might just run into a rubber duck. 28,000 rubber ducks on their way by a boat to Washington went overboard during a storm in 1992. It's been said that the ducks floated north to Arctic, got trapped in the ice, were slowly thawed out of into the Atlantic Ocean. There are thousands still out there and often happen upon shores all over the world. Today is also commemorated as National Sticker Day in US. They are all around us and a part of everyday life, though we don't often realize. And it's a perfect day to go crazy with the love for them. The first stickers began as tax and postage stamps in 1800s, but they have come a long way since then, and there's a variety of uses and styles today. There are political stickers, band stickers, bumper stickers. They are funny, cute, congratulatory, and animal stickers. They are especially popular with children who often collect them in sticker books, but are for everyone and every taste, regardless of age. Let's unleash your inner child and get creative with some stickers on this day. Today is also commemorated as Plough Monday in UK, which will be observed on 13th this year. This day is observed on the first Monday after January 6th, known as the Christians as 12th night. Plough Monday is an old British harvest tradition that marks the start of agriculture season. The day was a celebration for farm workers. They toured villages with a float, singing and dancing their way through, raising money. And if you weren't part or if you weren't a sport, chances were revelers would blow up your gardens. In case that happened, but participants usually blackened their faces with soot to avoid being recognized. The unique festival all but died out in the 18th century. Thankfully, places like East Anglia and East Midlands still keep the tradition alive. Today, the observance is primarily associated with Molly dancing and plays. The best place to catch the festivities is at Malden in Essex every year. Places like Exeter, Durham cathedrals also conduct a blessing, the plough service on Sunday before Plough Monday. Today is also commemorated as Poetry Break Day in US, which is committed to helping you an amazing celebration. Poetry Break Day is a celebration of the poet inside all of us. People celebrate this day by writing poems of their own and also reading poems written by their favorite poets. Some might say that this is a day when poets take a break and people who usually don't write poems take up their responsibility. However, no evidence supports this claim. But one thing we can agree on is that this day celebrates poetry. Today is also commemorated as Public Radio Broadcasting Day, observed annually on January 30. The world celebrates a very special piece of technology, the radio. The day honors those who invented the radio and devised public broadcasting. It gave us a new found appreciation for technology and its importance in our lives. Italian inventor and electrical engineer Guglielmo Marconi proved the possibility of a radio communication when he sent and received his first radio transmission in 1895. Private homes across the United Kingdom, Hungary, France, and some other places had conventional telephone lines, broadcasting news, music, live theater, music hall, fiction, readings, religious broadcast, etc. The system was called electrophone in Britain, telephone Hirmondo in Hungary, and theatrophone in France. But the first sounds, voice, and music signals heard over radio was in December 1906, when Canadian experimenter Reginald Feston produced about an hour of music and talk for anyone who might be listening from Brant Rock mashups. The next few years were marked by similar experiments, and none of them could sustain continuous services. By mid 20th century, every country had a broadcasting system that was, in most cases, run and operated by government. By about 1945, with the invention of television, the radio and its influence transferred. It remained the most widely available electronic mass medium globally, but it faced competition from various other mediums. In the 21st century, radio broadcasts face competitive pressure from digital satellite and internet-based services, but they seem to be holding their own, adapting to the listeners' changing needs. So with this, we shall conclude today's commemorations and we'll move on to the presentation. We have one presentation request by Mr. Pradeep on responsible kite flying on human lives and animal lives. He's an animal welfare activist, almost working since a decade. So we welcome you, Pradeep, for your presentation. So you can unmute yourself, start your presentation. Start your audio and video as well.
Uh, Thanks a lot, Ravindra sir, for this wonderful opportunity. Uh, Hearty welcome to you all to this session. And first of all, I wish you a happy Bogi to one and all. So I'm not going to take much of your time. So just to give you an insight of it. So the main agenda of this session will be on how to celebrate festival responsibly. I mean, especially during the Sankranti times or during these 3 days of it, uh, we fly a lot of kites, and mostly they're not made of cotton or nylon. Mostly they are made up of glass coated manja. So that's a Chinese manja. So how can we actually celebrate festival in more responsible way and without harming others, and especially voiceless animals, because especially these 3 days most of the times we receive plenty of calls, especially stating from the citizens, even human cases also, like most of the people get injured. So let's dive deep into it. So every year during the Makara Sankranti festival, and of the 3 days, starting from Bogi to Kanuma, the 3 days, there will be a kite festival which been organized across India. In northern part of India, we actually call during the Uttarayan, a lot of the kite festival being organized, and many parts of India, other parts of India. So they organize kite festivals and they conduct competitions. So mostly, what happens during that festival is normally when we see about the kites, when we talk about that during our good school days, we all remember we used to pay kites using newspapers, uh, or else any bamboo sticks or and all small or else reusable parts. We used to make at a household during our school days. We used to have one period also, SUPW, so where we used to prepare it and we used to fly. We used to feel enjoy, joy and all. But as the days are passing on, as the like most of the mechanization, modernization, everything is happening, these festivals have been not been celebrated in a most healthy manner. What happens is there have been introduced as a competitions. It's not a healthy competition. So in order to the one who flies the kite higher, they will get some awards and all. But in order to make the kite fly higher, they use this manja. Manja, which is especially made of a glass coated and other synthetic materials. So and if you can see that any kite nowadays, mostly they are made up of plastic. They are not made up of paper or anything. So they are mostly made up of plastic. And these, what they actually do is, in order to fly higher, they use this Chinese manja. And normally, what happens? Uh, well, they fly on the houses or any other places and all. These manja, after flying a certain time, it will drops it. So what it actually happens is it will lands onto the trees basically. So after landing on the trees, there will be birds and they will be laying nest and all. So these birds will come out and they'll actually they take shelter of that. So the whenever these strings of manja gets entangled on the tree, its birds stuck in that manja and they suffer a lot because the edges of the strings of manja are very sharp, and even humans get a strike, human get injuries also. When they are flying itself, they get injured. Normally fly uses normal plain cotton or any small things we use it, but now because of the Chinese manja, what happens is they get injury on the hands and most of the hands, and especially birds. their wings get cut and their legs get injured. And even not with the birds, some example of the dogs, some puppies also, they get entangled. So if the manja gets entangled, if it is not properly addressed, it will get entangled in the skin, and sometimes the wound becomes so scary, which needs a medical intervention, and sometimes it also leads to amputation cases also. So there is a lot of suffering involved when we kite, like when you are flying a kites, especially made up of Chinese manja. And not only for the animals. If you talk about humans also, there are many death cases reported. There was a family. They were going on the scooter for the festival time. So it was a father and a daughter. So because of the Chinese manja hanged on the string got cut on the I mean the daughter's neck. This was so sharp that the bleeding had never stopped, and even the father rushed to the hospital and tried to save the daughter. It's nowhere. So sometimes our actions uh, should not cause a suffering to the other family. It's the festival date, it's the year of 2023, in the month of 2023, January. It is happened in Dilshuk Nagar. It's not a story, it's a real thing. You can get in newspaper articles also. So there are many of such cases which are reported sometimes, which the print media and everyone has got into the limelight, but some are unreported cases, undocumented cases, where many of the because of the strings of manja they get injured. And not apart from that, these Chinese manja has, like, it gets entangled in the vehicles also sometimes. It takes a lot of time to clean it, and most of the time these manja gets entangled into the nearby water bodies also. It takes a lot of time to decompose because the material itself is not made from the natural source. It's from a synthetic and also glass coated. So aquatic life, marine lives, so fish, and they also get injured because they tiny particles of it. So they when it goes into the river body, so they'll try to swallow it. So ultimately, what it happens is when you try to consume the like seafood and all, you'll get a plastic materials in it. Nowadays, we are seeing it also. So, and apart from that, when you are flying the kites, especially for your kids, make sure that you should be supervised, because while flying the kites also, in order to fly more higher, they'll go for a bigger, I mean, tall towers and all. Sometimes what it happens is they may slip down also. So it is parents as a responsibility. You need to take care of the children, and sometimes these children with curiosity they will go and try to grab the kite which is landed over the electric files, transformers and everything. So what it happens is sometimes they get injuries also, very third degree injuries and burns and all. So it is a very I mean to say, uh, they get very sometimes they got lost their limbs and all. So it is sometimes it's very suffering for them. So as a parents, I'm not saying to not to fly kites, but I'm saying that make sure that you supervise your children and try to buy nylon or something like a cotton mancha, a cotton sort of thing, so that it could be not harm much to the environment and people and all. And children are the most injured, and also animals are also getting injured. So as a parents, your responsibility to supervise, because you might be thinking that, yeah, my children is playing there, there are also friends over there, they will be taking care of it. But ultimately, when something mishap happens, we can't recover it. So it is ultimately your responsibility to take care of your children, and ensure that you should not fly the kites nearer to large electric poles and also public places. And because sometimes what it happens in the public places where they are trying to fly the kites and all, they don't see the vehicles also, they get accidents. So it is also one of the thing which you need to be taking care as a preventive measure. And try to limit the manja, because even the NGT, National Green Tribunal, has stringently stated that manja is being banned in many of the states of India. Even the Telangana state government strictly enforce that rules also. Any Chinese manja is there, it is been selling in shops, it should be reported as a, it should be seized. Even the many state police department, task force, and also forest department, they are also working on that during these 3 days. They'll seize the manja and expect, because ultimately how we can stop the buying Chinese manja is, we as a consumer, when we learn that this is the suffering of which has been caused for uh, us and also animals and environment, if we stop buying from them, then definitely change will happens. uh, it's not there one day that I thought I have said that you should, like, you should not buy the Chinese manja and everything. There is a regulations and rules are also involved by the NGT, National Green Tribunal orders, and also many state governments also enforce these laws. You can Google it, you can get the orders copy and details and everything. And all and all, if we can stop buying the things which is harmful for environment, harmful for us, and harmful for the our fellow beings and also voiceless animals, can we can celebrate the festival in a more happiest way. Because I was a person who was been started seeing that, like, where the kites was you been used to made from a newspaper, and we have used to fly it, but we never seen of a Chinese manja. The moment when I like when I started my animal welfare career and I noticed the suffering of the plight of animals, uh, many times, especially the very very tall trees, the birds will get hang. The suffering was almost 2 days. They will be like that only. So when public noticed it and they call us and they will say that there's a bird which has been hanging for 2 to 3 days. Is in hanging upside down. We don't know. We are not sure like how. Wait, it's the tree tower. It's the tree size. I mean, it's a tall, very tall tree. So we are not able to help out the bird. Can we help out? Can we help us? Many of the calls we received. At the time when we go there, the wings get tangled in manja. It's very difficult to remove. Sometimes wings get injured. Some they cannot fly. So it's a situation because see, festival, everyone wants to celebrate in a more happiest way, but no one wants to celebrate with the suffering, right? So I'm not saying to not to fly kites, but I'm saying to uh, stop flying the kites which is made of manja and which is a banned one, because it is not also ultimately it is not good for even if you fly it, even like legal authorities will also come and they will say that, hey, this is not the correct way, and they will seize it, unnecessarily violating the rules and regulations, landing into the circumstances. You don't have to do that. So many of the things or circumstances are also there. Maybe you can use many of the alternatives too. So many such alternatives were there, and you can work on it, and at the same time you can do it more responsible way. So besides doing it more suffering and causing pain to others. So that's all I want to say. Uh, as gentle reminder, ensure that your children were supervised, because many of the calls will be receiving they but injured with burns and also like during the kite festival, they get injured also. So it's your responsibility as a parent to supervise. So you have to be take care of it. So thank you, Ravindra sir, for giving this opportunity. Um, I hope my insights will be having an added advantage. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pradeep. It was very much relevant in this festival time where we need to be consciously aware of what kind of practices we are into so that they are sustainable and they are not harmful to anyone. That's right. See, more
Yes.
importantly, we are not against any enjoyment or activity, but that whatever we are doing, basically, whatever we are taking up, it should not cause harm to us as well as others. That is the main intention behind, to spread a message across. Do whatever you want to do, but make sure that it is not creating harm to you and others as well as the nature and environment. So as long as it is eco-friendly, as long as it is sustainable, it is not creating any other problem. It's fine. So we need to move on to more such sustainable products and sustainable practices. That is the need of the hour. As I was also mentioning, about this kite festival. So a lot of kites from already today itself, we have seen many people have started flying kites, especially children. So be cautious about such practices. We have seen people also, children especially, those who have, because of those threads, plastic threads or manjas, Chinese manjas, who had injuries, and few children, or for that matter, got killed also because they are getting entangled by the neck and throat. And so birds also get killed and all of this, as rightly pointed out by Pradeep. So be cautious. If you have already purchased it, discard it as early as possible, because life is more important than your entertainment or enjoyment. And then no one is telling anyone not to enjoy. You can use normal cotton threads, use it safely, enjoy, uh, have fun. Then birds will also love to see similar, artificial birds flying around for some time. But it should not create any harm or threat to them. Let's keep that in mind. Be conscious and always keep a watch on children, because nowadays people are very much you know uh, involved or engaged in these computer games or mobile games. They often forget the reality. They think, in especially when what happens, we are seeing, they are also thinking that, in mobile, often in the games you die many times and you come back. Life is granted every time. They think even in real life also, if they do something, if they die also, if they lose life also, they can get it. But that is not reality. Once you are done, you are done. So there are at times when you fall from roof, while flying kites, or sometimes you slip. Children still think that that's a game, like anything, like their mobile, they are playing in their mobile or computers. But that's not true. It's a reality. And even a small slip or any injury can be a time consuming, and also for recovery, and also can create disabilities or death. So make sure they are always aware. Like we have seen many games like Blue Whale, and all sorts of, where they are challenged to go to extreme And even these kinds of games also can come, and in reality, they may lose those contacts, and they might be challenged to do something. And uh, ensure that safety is also important. At the same time, entertainment is equally important, especially that is the age you enjoy a lot. But at the same time, ensuring safety, as rightly Pradeep has pointed, safety of ourselves and as well as our fellow beings, species, and also nature and environment. And especially with the electric poles around, lot of wires, cables around, make sure that whatever you are flying, don't try to, if it gets stuck in the electrical cables or transformers or somewhere which is hazardous, don't try to, take it out. Leave it. Let the department people observe, or you can inform the department. They can also come and take it away so that it will not, lot of kites can also create on the lying on the, cables can also create an issue, not immediately, but also at later time. Don't try to pull it, drag it, leave it as it is, and try to cut the thread and ensure that you are properly grounded, because sometimes it can be hazardous. And don't try to climb, trees or something and try to, your life is more important. That may cost, 5-10 rupees. That's not that important compared to your life. So take precautions, always under supervision. Enjoy festival. Try eco-friendly material. Whatever you are using for kites, try to use paper recyclable materials, eco-friendly materials, including threads, whatever you are using, or use recycling material. Especially, you can also use leaves also to make, but you need a little more training for that. But maybe coming days, we can also come up such training programs where you can use eco-friendly materials other than paper to prepare kites and, threads also. So it's a wonderful session, and today being an auspicious occasion for the next 4 days, let's ensure our celebration brings in more joy, happiness, prosperity, rather than any kind of injuries or sufferings or cruelty to anyone. So let the festival be cruelty free. Not this festival, all the festivals, whatever celebrations, commemorations we are doing, let it be more sustainable and more eco-friendly, nature-friendly. So once again, we congratulate you, Pradeep, and we wish you
Thank
all
you, sir.
the success for your future endeavors. So with this, we shall conclude today's commemorations, and we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which is going to be raised in the form of polls. And we'll see you all tomorrow at the same time at 6 o'clock with more commemorations. And one more important announcement I would like to make. We are also planning to have, because this festival is also Rangoli festival. So there is no criteria for participation. Anyone can participate. No gender requirement also. What you have to do, maybe after Pongal or after Sankranti, one day we'll take them. But you can spread the word maybe in today or tomorrow. We'll try to give you a flyer also. You can spread the word across, your circles. You can send You can present your Rangoli, or Rangoli art, or kolam, whatever it is called, or Mugulu. You are using it, you can record it. Basically, to assure that that is your own Rangoli, what you need to do is you need to record that Rangoli while you are putting it, and you have to take a photo along with it, and you need to join that. We will give you a date also after Pongal, after Sankranti, Monday, preferably a Sunday where everyone is comfortable, where you need to present your Rangoli and along with your video, how you have put it, so that you will be getting a certificate of presentation. Just is you have to record the video of how you are putting Rangoli, and or you can, if you are able to draw it, like sharing your screen, if you are able to draw it virtually using Paint software or any software, or by sharing your screen, if you are able to draw on screen Rangoli, that's fine. Then you can also use this opportunity to show your Rangoli talents and also teach or show others also how to draw. So whoever is presenting, they will be getting the participation certificate. I mean, in the Rangoli, this thing. Or those who are presenting, they will be getting the presentation certificate. It's a very simple. When children, adults, anyone can participate. Only thing you need to do is you need to either if you are doing it pre-recorded, because these festival days, we are mainly concentrating on the festival. So everyone would be putting kolam or rangoli in front of their homes. So you can just ask someone to record it and take a photo also after the entire rangoli is done. Along with the rangoli, you can take photo, and on that day, you can play that video, and also you can show the photo. So photo you have to send to us, or even the same day you can also send us, and you will be getting presentation certificate. Otherwise, that is pre-recorded. That is already, because it will be after festival, so you cannot perform live. So you can take that video, keep it photo, and keep it ready. So that that video will help us that you yourself has made it. That is your original work. So for that reason, we are asking you. Otherwise, what you can do, when you can join on that day, if you are comfortable in drawing and showing, switch on your video or share screen, or you can use any application. Otherwise, you can just switch on camera, and facing camera, you can draw the, rangoli on paper or somewhere on a piece of paper. And that will also do. So anything is fine as long as you are comfortable and it's authentic work. You will be given certificate. So we will be sharing you flyer as well as the link, registration link, where you can register, so that we have the details for issuing certificates. So first thing is you will get participation for all participants, presentation for presenters who are presenting, and you will also get an appreciation certificate for the talk. We will try to give a special appreciation certificate, though who are doing very significant work by the judges. So judges will be our own participants. They will vote. The maximum number of votes you will be getting. The highest number of votes will be the winners. So that's as simple. So the more people appreciate, get feedback, so the better the chance of winning and appreciation along with your participation or presentation. So hope this is also a good activity, part of this thing, or any other cultural activity also you can do. See, that's why we have included as part of our online events. If you want to perform dance or if you want to sing classical song, uh, feel free to come forward as part of, at the end of the sessions. Like we in the conferences, workshops, seminars, we also have cultural events in the night before dinner or after dinner. So we also have initiated that since beginning only, but because of this being online platform, there is some technical issues in setting up by the participants and all these things. But if you have recorded thing, you can also play it. You can pre-record it and play it. Or if you can perform live, you can do. Utilize this opportunity because these opportunities don't come again and again, may not come again and again. So utilize these opportunities, encourage your students if someone is learning music, dance, especially classical, traditional, encourage them. There is no much formality. Only thing is, they need to register and they perform it and they can just, fill the feedback form. That's all. Because like other scientific presentations, they need not send anything. The least they have to send is their photo and other details, which will be taken in the form itself. So photo, they can send it if required, otherwise also fine. So encourage, let's be more productive, more interactive and engage more people into it. Slowly, we will also start resuming the daily. We will try to give it certificates in the same way like we used to do earlier, or within 15 days time we are trying to ensure, and also we will also clear whichever the pending certificates. So ensure that you are completing all the certificates, those who have completed late, that is after the prescribed closure of event. We will review all the events once again from starting, and whoever has completed their formalities late, we'll check it, and if any such certificates are pending, we'll start issuing from latest to oldest. So we request everyone, those who have still not completed, those forms are open, complete them and make sure that when we are issuing that certificates, your certificate is also part of. Thank you once again. We wish you happy Bogi and Sankranti and Kanuma. Enjoy happy feast. And also one more thing I would like to inform you all that as part of Mahakumbh Mela, so we will also, whoever is interested, you can contact us or leave a message along with your name, Gotra, along your Gotra and with your family names, you can send us. We are also making an arrangement to perform worship, and we are also planning to send the holy water along with the prasad to everyone free of cost. There is no cost involved. You just need to pay the delivery charges. That's all. Whatever is the postal, we will be sending by India Post, the postal government, department. So based on your address, whatever the postal charges is there, you have to pay either before. We will see if we can send it when you buy COD, cash on delivery. If it is possible, we'll see it. Otherwise, we will inform you based on your PIN code. So all these will be either dispatched from Prayagraj or from here, from Hyderabad Center. So we'll see how it works out. Whoever is interested, You can send irrespective of any religion, doesn't matter. If you don't know Gotram or if you don't have Gotram, also fine. You can send all your names, family names, family members' names to us. And after 45 days, after the closure of Kumbh Mela, we will send you prasad, some kumkum, vibhuti, or whatever they give us, So we will distribute it to all the members who have registered for that. So let the blessings reach everyone. So thank you once again. Take care. Good night. See you all tomorrow.